Well, I'm getting ready to head out of town for the weekend with my family to visit another farm. But right now, I'm just going around making sure the animals have what they need while we are gone. For homesteaders and farmers, one of the challenges that we can typically have is being able to get around or get off of our farms and our homesteads to do different things so we can have a more balanced life. So one of the things that I have tried to do on my homestead over the past few years is set up systems in which it enables me to be able to leave our homestead from time to time. And right here under this high tunnel here where we have the chicken set up, I have an automatic feeder, and this feeder provides them with feed while I am away. And in here they also have an automatic gravity fed water system that supplies them with water while we're away as well. I do need to check that here in just a second to make sure the tank has a suitable level of water. And as long as there's not a deep freeze, they're gonna have plenty of water, and there's not a deep freeze in the forecast. But if that was the case, here and under this greenhouse, I would just set them up some waterers in here in the greenhouse. Would keep it warm during the day for them to have water. I also have brought them some oyster shells that we're going to give them some treats here. And I'm just going to spread it around here in the mulch and let them scratch. And since this oyster shells, it provides calcium, so whatever they don't eat over time, it'll provide calcium for whatever plants, vegetables we have planned to grow here, which I'm planning to do some tomatoes. One of the projects on my to-do list, among many, is to set up a gutter here, so that way the gutter will gather the rainwater and it will just automatically fill it up in here for me. So I don't have to climb up here and do this, but right now it is what it is. Still on the list. Still need to make a step ladder or some kind of ladder for that thing. Alright, so almost done, and actually right now I'm just going around and just capping off areas and just checking on things one last time before we head out, because yesterday everyone went through and made sure their animals had what they need before our trip. Lacie took care of the goats, provided them with hay. Sayla took care of the ducks and the dogs, and I am just finishing up here with my chickens, actually both flocks. So I need to check on the little layers. Let's check on them. I don't use this every time, but I'm really liking these clips here. They really are a huge help to the kids getting in and out of the gate. Alright, so here are our little layers. They're not quite laying yet. And I filled up their feeder here in this tractor yesterday. These still looking good. But I need to add some more bedding down here for them. At various points during the day and at night, they go in this chicken tractor here. And actually when I get back from our trip, I plan to upgrade them to a new chicken tractor, chickshaw actually. So that'll be for when I get back. But right now, these guys are doing a great job just adding manure on top of compost. And I just keep adding compost on top of their manure. So this should be some really good stuff to grow into. So over where the big layers are, I plan to do some tomatoes and cucumbers, and I'm thinking in this area maybe we can do some melons and things like that this spring. So super excited about that these guys are, and gals are, helping to be able to make this area more suitable to grow. But let's get them some compost, some go on top of that manure there. And this right here is just a load of leaf compost that we just put in right over top of it. Shovel that, carry it over. Those clips really are helpful, and if you'd like to get some, check out the show notes below, because down there is where we put any of the tools and things that we may be using in this video. We leave that information down below. Check it out. Well, I think that is about it. Now we just have to plug up the fence and get everybody ready to go, pack up. That's fun stuff. That was the homestead stuff with the animals, taking care of them. Now we gotta take care of the people. Alrighty, just about done packing and loading up, but last thing to go in there is our farm boots. You can take the farmer off the farm, but you can't take the farmer out of the farmer. We typically take our farm boots and our dirty clothes, or our clothes that we can get dirty in, almost wherever we go, because usually when we take a trip somewhere, we're bound to find a place that we just can be in nature and get dirty and be free. Besides, we're visiting a farm on this trip anyway, so we have to bring our farm gear, of course. Hello. Those are even yuckier than normal, so let's put them in a bag or something. Look at that. Yuck. All right, let's try that again. Made a little mess there. So we are on the road, and it wasn't maybe 10 minutes into our trip, we were like, oh no, we need to head back home.
Yeah, he's like, did you turn the stove off? And I normally turn the stove off, but you know, you have that just little doubt in the back of your mind. So you had to turn around to do that. And turn the heat down too.
Has that ever happened to you guys? You get ready for a trip and then you just get a little bit down the road and you're like, oh man, I forgot this or forgot that. Let us know in the comment section below.
So annoying. So annoying.
And then the drive was nice, the sun has come out because it was cloudy earlier.
Yeah.
And then we were probably about, I don't know, hour and 45 minutes into the trip.
Yeah.
And then I heard, and I was like, oh, that sounds a little weird.
Yeah.
And I felt a little vibration and I was like, I think I need to pull over.
And it's a good thing that we did.
Because I pull over. Thankfully, the gas station and the exit were just like right there when it happened, so I just pulled right over to the gas station. And then it was like, got out, I was like, yep, flat tire. Bummer. Another trip with a flat tire. This actually happened to us, similar situation,
Yeah.
a couple months ago when we were traveling to Polyface and had a flat tire, and Joel Sounds and helped us change it. So this time, we got a flat tire, and it was up to us to figure it out.
I'm not sure what's up with us and flat tires on road trips, but here we go again. Except this time, we're not at Joel Salatin's farm, so he can help us. So I don't know exactly how this is going to play out. We shall see. But at least we had the experience of taking the spare off from that time, and so that really sped up the process this time.
Sure did, because getting the spare out from under the van is a little tricky.
Yes.
So thankfully we were able to, that shortened the learning curve on that end. So took the old tire off, put the spare on, and thankfully, just a couple miles down the road from the gas station that we stopped at, there was a tire place.
Yeah.
And actually, we stopped at one place before that, and they didn't have our size tire. And I was like, oh. So just a mile down the road was another tire place, and I was like, please let them have the tire, the size tire that we need.
Exactly.
The lady was like, all right, let me go check. So she's checking all through her tires, and she's climbing over all the different tires. And in the very back of the room where they had the tires was the one tire that we needed.
Yes.
So, whew. So they took our flat tire off the wheel and put the new tire on, and as they were doing that and they were jacking the van up, the kids were like watching, and Michael was just watching, but then they heard the trailer power and he's like covering his ear. But they got the new tire on and we're on the road.
And it really was like only an hour delay, which, you know, it could have been a lot worse. We could have been on the side of the interstate when it happened. And so we're so thankful that we weren't doing that.
Totally. So where are we headed off to, you may be asking? Because I actually haven't mentioned where we're going yet. I did mention a farm, and I did talk about needing some dirty clothes and our farm boots. And you probably guessed we are heading to a farm. We're headed to see our friend John Action Jackson at Concord Farms once again. He has an annual festival that he does at his farm in January. He invited us last year and we weren't able to make it. But this year, we're like, we're coming to see you, John. We're coming to the festival.
That's right.
And some of you may remember John from the videos that we did with him. Like his forced raised sheep that he raises. We did a video on that, and make sure you check out that video if you haven't already. And also, we did a sit-down chat with him, which a number of people really appreciated hearing his perspective on life. And since he's a veteran and has gone through a number of different things, sharing his experience and how agriculture is helping him and others through that experience. And he's also come out with a documentary recently.
A movie, Comfort Farms, the movie.
Yeah, so we're super excited to see him and his family once again, because our families really hit it off well, and the kids love playing together.
Yes, they sure do.
So we're super excited about heading back down to see John and his family and his farm. So we have just about 2 hours left in our drive before we get down to see John. But make sure you stay tuned, because I plan to record a number of things once again while we're with John. So make sure you stay tuned for our upcoming videos featuring John Jackson once again. Stay tuned.